Yeah. Okay. This is Max Shears for 12 Ounce Media. I'm delighted to be joined by five-time world champion Andy Howson. First of all, you're back in the ring. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling good, mate, to be honest with you. I've had 5 years out of the ring, my first time boxing, and I've just got hooked with boxing now. Obviously, after doing Muay Thai for 27 years, it kind of gets... I love the sport, but it gets a bit... It's just got hard for me to train, to be honest with you, holding pads and kicking all the time, picking up silly injuries. When I've moved the transition to boxing, touch wood, fingers crossed, no injuries, and I've got involved in it. I'm really enjoying the training, learning something new. So yeah, I'm just buzzing to get in there now and get on with it.
Yeah, well, I was wondering that obviously you used to fight and you know the combat game, but boxing it is completely different. How has that transition actually been?
At the start, quite hard. I found a boxing gym, Oster's Boxing. When I met Al, I've known Al for years. He used to actually train at my gym pad company doing Thai boxing, so it was a natural thing. So as soon as that happened, then I went there. After a couple of sessions, we gelled straight away, and that's it. It's been kind of evolving ever since, and that's home now. I'll be there for the continuous anyway until this Misfits ride runs out. I'll be there for them.
Yeah, exactly. Like you said, you train at Oster's. Could we see a Misfits show in Leeds? Is that a goal for you?
Well, this show was actually meant to be in Leeds. That was the original plan. The April 12th date or whatever it was, I think that was meant to be at the First Direct Arena in Leeds. That would have been amazing, you know. We've got some good boxers from Leeds, obviously from Al's gym, but just around Leeds in general, we've got a great teams of boxers. So we could have put on a brilliant show in Leeds, a massive crowd. So Mams knows that I can bring a crowd in Leeds, so hopefully next time.
Yeah, exactly. Now, your opponent, Joey Knight, obviously he didn't get his decision in the last fight, but what do you know about him? Before that loss, he was a real big name, wasn't he?
Yeah, I said this yesterday in the press conference. I think Joey's probably the hardest fighter in the division, to be honest with you. Aside from Cray, there's some great fighters in that division, don't get me wrong, Walid, Fox the G, all those guys. But Cray's amateur boxing background, you could see that in the Joey fight. And I think that's all that nicked him the fight. If it had been another 2 rounds, I think Joey's pressure in round 4 and 5, Joey would have got that. I know he's a skilled boxer. I know he's got great head movement. I know he's got power. But I just don't think he's fought anyone like me. The guys that he has fought on these boxing promotions, they're not me. And that's not being disrespectful, but they're not me. I just think that's the ring time I've had over 27 years plus, and the fact that I've been in there with quite literally some of the best fighters in the world in my division in Muay Thai. I'm hoping and thinking that that'll give me that advantage.
Yeah, definitely. Now, last one, like I said, 27 years of fighting. You're back in the combat sports game. What is almost the end goal with Misfits, with boxing? Not to look past Joey, but what is the end goal?
I just want to stay in Misfits now. It came about strange. I kind of had a bit of beef with Dean the Great, as everyone has. But Mam's caught hold of it, dropped me a message. Turns out he knows who I am anyway from my fighting career. So we just started chatting. I was offered the Dean fight in August, back in the Miami card, which I just couldn't do it. I was full of injuries. I was training my cousin to fight. I was in Denver at the time. You know, just silly variables. It just couldn't happen. So we went away. I said, look, I'd love a couple of warm-up fights, and then the Dean fight would be great. Turns out there's no warm-up fight. I've been thrown in there with Joey, who's one of the best, like I say. So I've signed 3 fights. That's my agreement with Mams. I've signed 3 fights. So let's get these 3 fights out of the way. Hopefully, God willing, the body holds up and my silly arsehole body can keep going. I'd love to do another 3 or 4 next year as well. 100%.
Andy, thank you for your time, mate.
Thank you, mate.
I was going to drop you a message, mate. Like I said, we're from Leeds.
I never even knew, mate.
With this company, essentially, I'm trying to do it, move from interviews, more working with fighters.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is kind of sell, like media. So I'm trying to work with some people pretty much build a portfolio.
Yeah.
So if ever we could come down to us as filmers and stuff, anything, even like training footage.
Right there. Wow. Ryan Garcia.